wrapping up my day, taking care of the final odds and ends, getting my desk straightened up so I'm ready for work tomorrow and whatnot. I listened to a video, and that video captivated me. And so I sat down and I started doing a little Googling. Because here we got Jack again. G-E-D Jack. I'm too dumb for my own good, Jack. He shows us an officer, and oh my God, these San Antonio police bike officers, boy, they're the worst of the worst, aren't they? He presents two problems, two issues. One is this guy has done two things. Apparently he allegedly fed a shit sandwich to a homeless person. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. And the second thing he did is he allegedly, him and his partner each took a shit in the lady's toilet. Didn't flush. So it's a double-decker. They stacked that sumbitch. And then they took like brown pudding, chocolate pudding or chocolate tapioca or something, and they spread it around the toilet seat to make it as disgusting as possible. That was their idea of a joke. Now, is that immature? Yes, absolutely. Should he be a cop? Probably not. I don't think we need that kind of shit from our police force. But let's hold off on that, and let's go to the second issue that Jack has. Is that if you just make it 180 days without having an administrative hearing brought against you, that all of a sudden you're scot-free, right? So let's see what this guy did. Let's take first things first. In April-ish of 2016, that's 3 years ago. 3. He allegedly fed a shit sandwich to a homeless person. Now, fed is a really strange word. He said he handed the person a shit sandwich. And his testimony varied slightly from when he talked to Internal Affairs and when he talked to the hearing, at the administrative hearing, arbitration, whatever you want to call it. I think it was an arbitration. Anyway, Jack knows all about those, right, Jack? Am I right? So, why don't we know? Why don't we know what happened? Well, here's the problem. It's called corpus delicti. Ever hear that? You have to prove a crime is committed before someone can really be convicted of committing a crime. It has to be a crime. And the problem is, they don't got a homeless person. All they've got is him bragging about having done this joke. That's all they got. That's all they got. This is why people should learn to keep their mouths shut. But that's all they got. He said he did it. That's why they're going after him. And whether or not the city could be held liable, I don't know. I think after 3 years, any statute of limitations for any, intentional infliction of emotional distress or anything like that the homeless guy could bring, I'm thinking probably the statute would have run. Call me crazy. And the other one is a stupid joke, and I get it, and he doesn't need to be a cop. But you got to remember, Jack said that nothing bad happens to you if they don't, if they don't have their administrative hearing or their whatever within 180 days. And I just want to point out that this guy, they commenced the administrative hearing process sometime in November. This guy has not been working. He's been on leave, on indefinite leave, since November of 2016. I don't know if you've ever been suspended without pay, but having a 2 year and 2.5 year suspension without pay, that's something. He didn't get off scot-free, I'll tell you what. I mean, I'm not terribly convinced myself that if he doesn't get fired, he would not have been suitably punished. 2.5 years without pay is a considerable hit to the old pocketbook. At least where I come from, but I'm driving a $10,000 car, so what the hell do I know, right? But the issue that Jack doesn't seem to understand, that was my Freeman impression. I've got a hair up in there that I need to cut out or something. But the issue that Jack doesn't seem to understand is that the police department took action. They took action as soon as they learned about it. McAnus is McAnal about this shit. I mean, he takes it seriously. There will be no fun and games on his watch, I tell you what. No fun, no games. He will come down on you like a sack of bricks, whether you need it or not. I mean, it is obvious to me that San Antonio is doing their level best to deal with the police. Now, is the police union too powerful? I don't know. The arbitrator wasn't a member of the police union. He's an arbitrator. He's essentially a judge. And the rules weren't followed. Mistakes were made. Shit happens. You know, just like there's a statute of limitations on the unknown and maybe non-existent homeless person filing a tort claim, there's also statutes of limitations on crimes. And in this case, there's a statute of limitations on misconduct. Misconduct not arising to the level of actual crimes being committed. So, you know, I understand that Jack is just desperate to paint San Antonio as a hotbed of tyranny. But the best he's got so far, and he pulled the video down on the cop calling the suspect the N-word with an A on the end of it, after the suspect had repeatedly called the cop an N-word with the A on the end of it. And the cop was 3.4% sub-Saharan African. So, I mean, maybe he was allowed to say it. I don't know. But Jack pulled that video down. I think Jack realizes he's stupid after I pointed out to him. So, hey, Jack, here's another instance of you being stupid. Now, one other thing, Jack, and don't think I don't notice this, you dummy. Jack posted up a certificate that he was discharged with honor. He was honorably discharged from the military. But what didn't Jack put up? It's always the same thing with these liars, with these deceivers, with these people like Jack who know that their shit's flapping in the breeze. He did not post up his DD-214, which would have disproven what I said. I said that my informant stated that he was honorably discharged, but he was honorably discharged prior to him having completed his contract due to his failure to be able to maintain his weight. Jack, you're dumb. You're dumb, Jack. You don't realize how dumb you are, but every time you open your mouth, stupid falls out. So go chew on some more gum. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.